I promised everybody I'd be back to finish off the Bright Line Eating book, and so I'm going to make one more video on the book itself, and after that we'll be doing videos on the weight loss just to see how things are progressing, making sure that everything's going well and any pitfalls and anything like that. But let's get to the book, Bright Line Eating. I finished off the book, and the last few chapters are kind of teaching you how to make sure you stay on this program. It's very easy to stay on the program. It's not hard at all. I think one of the things that you'll enjoy about doing something like this is you'll find after the first few weeks it's going to be easy for you and it's not going to be a problem. But let's go into a little bit of how they break down the meals. I'm not going to get specifics as to the different foods and the ounces on those, but let's break it down as to what she tells us as far as what you can eat for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and just give you the groups real quick. So first of all, for breakfast, she states to eat 1 protein, 1 grain, 1 fruit. Goes on to lunch to have 1 protein, 6 ounces of vegetables, 1 fruit, 1 fat. And then for dinner, it's going to be 1 protein, 6 ounces of vegetables, 8 ounces salad, and 1 fat. You're going to be weighing your food after you cook it. This is because food will shrink, you'll lose some of its weight, and you want to make sure that if you're going to eat 6 ounces of vegetables, you eat 6 ounces of vegetables. Her plan is intense at the beginning because people will be weighing their food and doing things to make sure that they're eating the right foods, but once you understand it and you get it, you'll be able to do it. Now, as I see this book, not everybody's going to follow the book directly, but the principles are the same. It's not going to change for anybody. No sugar and no flour is the main things. What I find most helpful is no snacking. The no snacking is really important. So you don't eat between those meals. You're going to be able to lose that weight. And in addition, then she has the quantity of the food. Now she breaks down the quantities that you can eat, and if for some reason you get to a plateau, then sometimes you have to start decreasing the food little by little, 1 group at a time, decreasing the amount. And she breaks it down in the book as to what you'd break down first, what you don't eat first, and then keep on going from there. It's very thorough and it's very good. It's very encouraging to people when you read the stories that are in the book about the people that have lost the weight and kept it off as well. She explains how so many plans and so many people do so many different types of diets and then go off the diet and then put on a lot of weight afterwards. This is not so much a diet, it's a lifestyle. And so you're changing how you eat and how you prepare your food sometimes, as opposed to how you're doing it now. Very big difference. And she also points out that you can definitely eat at restaurants, you can eat at weddings, you can do all these different things, but there's some preparation that goes into that as well. And that is some of the detail that's in the book as well. Now, I think that it's not so much the weight loss anymore. Right now I feel good. I know that I've lost about half the weight that I need to lose. I'm going to lose the other half coming up in the next few months. And at this point, I don't see it as a problem as losing the weight. I know I'm going to lose the weight. The biggest thing is the accomplishment of learning how to keep the weight off. I think more than anything, that's the biggest thing of this whole situation. You learn how to keep the weight off and how to avoid pitfalls and how you don't fall into these pitfalls anymore. For some reason, and I think because I've left the sugar and the flour, is I don't have any cravings at all. I don't have cravings for food anymore. I know some people tell me, oh, they crave the flour, they crave the tortillas, and they crave the candies and the sugar, and they can't stop eating the chips. But once you get into this and you start doing it, those cravings go away. They go away, and you won't have those cravings anymore. And then you'll realize after some time that you really don't even want to eat that stuff anymore. And that's great. That's fantastic. I mean, that is priceless, because that is going to keep your weight off. So once you get into this and you start practicing it, you're going to lose those cravings. You're not going to have that fear of, oh, I really want this, I really want that you're going to gain the weight back at all. And the other reason is, for me, I think I have to set an example for others around me, and for my patients as well. I can't really tell my patients not to smoke, not to drink, if I smoke and drink, and I can't tell them to lose weight very good. I mean, I will, but I can't tell them if I'm not losing weight and I'm not trying to keep the weight off. That's not really encouraging for my patients to see. So I talk to my patients about this. I encourage them to decrease and stop the sugar, the flour, no snacking. And some of them find it very difficult and hard, but that's something that we have to work on, because we have to get diabetes under control, blood pressure under control, cholesterol under control. And I prefer to have all my patients on a diet than on medications. The medications are great, don't get me wrong, and I love to put people on these medications that really help them live longer and live better, but a diet is going to help you live longer and better as well. So we have to concentrate on that. Now, the biggest thing you take from this book is, and the things that you can learn from this book, is really what is going to put on the weight on you, what you can do to keep it off. And it's so easy that I think that everybody that tries it can do it. All it takes is a little effort initially. And it talks about you don't need willpower. You do need some willpower. You need a little bit of willpower, but everybody has that in you. You might be afraid, but you have it in you, and you can use it. And once you do it, you'll understand that you do have the willpower to do things. And the way the plan is set up, then after a while, it's not so much willpower, it's just that it's already ingrained in you. It tries to teach you that it becomes a routine. And once something becomes a routine, then you don't even think about it anymore. You don't even have to worry about what you're going to eat the next day, because you know what? You already know what you're going to eat the next day. And the foods that you're not supposed to eat are not involved and are not in your diet. And so you don't even think about those, because you already have it planned out. So the planning works. Everything works well in this diet. Personally, like, I do not weigh my food. That might be something I do down the road, I don't know. But for now, I don't weigh my food. I just know that snacking for me from now on, probably forever, is out of the question, because I don't miss it. I look forward to, when I do have my meals, to make sure that I'm eating the best meals possible and tasty meals, and that satisfies me very, very much. And in addition, I just don't get as hungry, and I think that's also because of the things that have been eliminated from the diet. I don't get hungry. I don't feel the need to talk about food or to understand, like, oh, what am I going to eat here? What am I going to eat there? Because I kind of already know what I'm going to eat. So it's not even part of the brain process anymore of thinking about it. So I encourage you guys to take a look at a book like this, Bright Line Eating, especially for those people that have tried many other diets that have failed. This is one that I do not think you will fail at. There's a lot of support out there. There's a lot of online support for you. I do thank my cousin for sending me this book, because it's something that is and will make a difference not only in me, but in a lot of my patients. And thank you very much, Leslie. I appreciate it. And guys, thanks for watching Alpha Cave. We're coming up with more videos. Thank you all for liking and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate that. We try to make a lot of time to get these videos out, and we each have a different brand of video that we put out here, but we come together and we do Alpha Cave and we do other videos together, which is always fun. And I think everybody that watches and everybody that participates in these videos, I know we're going to be having a lot of new videos coming out, more on the guns and a lot more sports, and a lot more stock talk. And I'll be making some videos on some stocks pretty soon. So thank you very much. We'll see you later. Good luck dieting.